Hey everyone, it's Barry. Every month over on Patreon, my patrons vote for the theme that will become the next month's Mail Club print, and then on stream, I'll make art based on that theme for it to become the print. Patrons can submit themes during the first half of the month, and then during the second half of the month, everybody votes for their favorite theme. And the winning theme will become the art. This month's theme was a bit out of my wheelhouse. My patrons voted for the theme chickens. And now my furnace is on. The voting itself is held over on my Discord in the Patreon supporters channel, but my Discord also has a large section for sharing your own artwork, gathering feedback, as well as a huge list of community-submitted resources, and a section of resources that I've put together myself. All of that can be found over in my Discord, which the link for that is in the description. Now, I don't do a lot of animal artwork. It's just not something that I'm terribly practiced in, and it's not something that I pursue regularly. So I knew this was going to be a little bit of a challenge. But even though it's been a really long time since I've pulled out my watercolors, I thought this theme was really suited for traditional art. Normally I produce the artwork for my prints digitally because I just find that it takes a little bit less time so that I can get the artwork out on time. But I really wanted to do this traditionally because I thought that texture and the quality of traditional artwork would suit the rustic nature of this theme. So I grabbed my Daniel Smith watercolors and some of my favorite B paper 100% cotton watercolor paper, and a few colored pencils. I also challenged myself to do the sketch directly on the paper rather than sketching in my sketchbook or digitally or on a separate piece of paper and then transferring it to the final paper. I just wanted to challenge myself just a little bit extra since I knew this composition would be a little bit more simple. And I know I have a habit of overthinking the sketching phase and spending a really long time on it, perfecting all of the details and going in and erasing a lot. So my challenge to myself here was to really simplify how I thought about the sketch and not go in with the eraser 100 times, even though I did erase a bunch, but to really commit to what I had put down on the paper, instead of rethinking my entire composition like 6 different times. In the end, I thought it came out pretty well, although I will say I need to stop drawing faces the size of my thumbnail because I really struggle when the face is too small to actually convey detail at all. When the face is that small, my proportions tend to get really messed up, which is kind of what happened here today. My Daniel Smith palette is pretty limited. It doesn't actually fill up the entire palette. There's 2 pans that are missing that I can fill. I'm not sure what colors I want in the empty pans, but as for the pans that are full, the colors we're using today are New Gamboge Yellow, Pyrrole Scarlet, Indanthrone Blue, Quinacridone Gold, Green Gold, Rose of Ultramarine, Carbazole Violet, and Moon Glow. I think I've mentioned on this channel before, I'm not actually a huge fan of Moon Glow. I'm not really sure what I'm missing when it comes to that pigment mix, but I feel like there's something about it that everyone seems to like that I don't quite understand. But I will say, when I was painting the denim, Moon Glow was the perfect shadow color for the deep, rich, textured denim. So maybe that's what I was missing. Maybe I'm using it wrong. Maybe I was using it wrong the whole time. The chickens themselves, I had to look up reference for, of course, because my brain is going to draw like a cartoon chicken. The categorized, idealized version of a chicken that my brain has cataloged somewhere instead of something that looks even remotely like a real chicken. But I went with a Rhode Island Red and a Silky because look at these guys. They're so fuzzy. I went in at the end with colored pencils to bring just a little bit more color variety into different parts of the painting. So in the denim, which is blue throughout, you can also see bits of pink and green and yellow and even some orange poking through. Likewise in the chickens, I used bits of green and yellow and pink to emphasize where the light is hitting and where the shadows are. This is something that I've been trying to add more of in my artwork lately, where I put colors where they shouldn't be, so to speak, to add a bit more visual interest. If you like this print, you can get it for the entire month of February by signing up for my mail club over at patreon.com/madamberry. My Mail Club Plus members also receive a selection of stickers each month, as well as occasional other goodies like pins, charms, bookmarks, little extras. I also have a bunch of other rewards like digital downloads of desktop and phone wallpapers, early access to videos, and voting like we did for this print. Anyway, that's all for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, take care.